I'm gonna get my crust out of the fridge and we're gonna roll it out, and just come along with me and let's just make some pie. Wow, this is too watery. It's not gonna work. Now, for kind of the weird ingredients. I mean, they're not weird, but one of them is definitely weird. Notice my tiny whisk. It's super cute. Jonathan's the pumpkin pie expert.
Yeah, it's called. I put a lot of.
Cover up the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
What? Good morning, everybody. So, Calvin's gonna drink water, and everyone's gonna be able to hear it, so that's good. Anyway, yesterday I made my pie crust, which will be a separate video after this one. So I'm gonna get my pie crust out, and we're gonna make the best pumpkin pie that I've ever had. It has some pretty unique ingredients in it. At least I think. I don't know. I made a couple different pumpkin pies in my life, and this is the only one I found that has a very specific, unique ingredient. Anyway, I'm gonna get my crust out of the fridge, and we're gonna roll it out, and just come along with me, and let's just make some pie. Also, I just need to show you guys, I talk about this in my crust video, but making pies has always been like one of my most favorite things to make. Like, I have an addiction to making pie. Therefore, I have a lot of different pie plates. So I have this one my dad gave me. I have this one, which was, oh my goodness, which was my mother-in-law's. I have this one, which is also basically from, yeah, from my dad, I think. Yeah. Or me. I'm not sure. I may have picked this one out. I can't remember. And then I also have this one, which is also from my dad. I say from my dad because he works at a place where they make their own pottery, and he sometimes picks things up like this for Christmas. So yeah, I think today for our pumpkin pie, we're gonna use this one from my mother-in-law. Well, she didn't give it to me. I just got it. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna use this one, I think. Okay, let me get the crust out. Okay, this is one of the crusts I made yesterday. I mean, I guess I made one crust and split it into two. So I've had this in the fridge. It's pretty chilled. And I am gonna take flour and put it on this side as well as this side. I am not good at rolling out crust. It's just not my thing. But we're gonna do it for the sake of the video. I usually also do it on the island, which is usually a lot easier. But here we are. Okay, hold on. Okay, I won't lie, I had to re-roll it. It was bothering me too much. Too much bothering me. Hopefully you all can see that. Yeah, you can. We're just gonna... There we go. Now, it's really important that you push your crust down into your pie pan to make it form to the pan. That way we don't have like air bubbles. Okay. And if you have some spots like this, you can just kind of fill it in. That's what I typically do, and it's okay. And no one's gonna know, because it's a homemade pie. People expect not perfection. See? See? She's not the most beautiful, but she works. And I'm never good at this. You can just do whatever you want. But mine never look good. Never. It's gonna be very rustic pie. Good for you if you're actually artistic with this, because I'm not. Alright. That is good enough. Now, please hold, and I'll show you next step. This might be loud, and I apologize, but this is unfortunately just the next step. I have parchment paper, and I'm gonna kind of put her in here, like so. And then, now, if you don't have this, this is okay. You can use just some kind of dried bean. But these are pie weights. And that's what you do. Put your pie weights in and spread it around. And I have my oven preheated to 375, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my oven for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I'm gonna take it out, take the weights out, poke some holes in the crust, and put the crust back in the oven for another like 7-ish minutes. So let's do that. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. I just took this out of the oven, and I feel like this is the hardest part, but I gotta take these out. Then, just gotta take our fork, and we gotta make vent holes all over the bottom. Okay, seems good. Is that even in focus? Yeah, it is. And then we're gonna put this back in the oven for about 7 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out. And in the meantime, we're gonna make our pie filling. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, so while the crust is baking, we're gonna do our filling. I did thaw my pumpkin puree last night, and then I got it out this morning, and I put it in this strainer so I could strain out the water, because I do not want watery puree. So the first thing we're gonna do is get myself prepared, because you know, apparently I am not prepared. Now, the recipe I use says to use one 15-ounce can of puree. Obviously, this isn't a can. So it says also 425 grams, which is what we're going to do. We're going to measure it in grams. No, we're not, because my scale is dead. Guys, this is so real life. Please hold. Okay, I got batteries. So, 425 grams of pumpkin puree. You know, we're cutting this close. Real close. Alright, well, we did 429 grams because that's literally all the puree that I have. So, yeah. Okay, I put my puree in, and then I put 1.5 cups of brown sugar, and I'm going to add 3 eggs and whisk it together. I also took my pie out, my crust, I took it out. It's just sitting over there waiting. Alright, so let me add 3 eggs and whisk this. Now, for kind of the weird ingredients. I mean, they're not weird, but one of them is definitely weird. Okay. Notice my tiny whisk. Super cute. Anyway, in this bowl here, I have a tablespoon of cornstarch, or 8 grams, a half teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and then it calls for a half teaspoon of ground ginger, which I put in, a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated or ground nutmeg, and then an 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves. I didn't have those two things, so I just put in a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. And then the weirdest ingredient for me is the 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. There's black pepper in this. And yeah, so then we're just gonna dump it all in and mix it together. I really think this is the only recipe that I have seen that uses black pepper in this filling. I thought it was super unique one year when I saw it, and so I was like, I'll make that for Thanksgiving, and I did. And my sister-in-law loves pumpkin pie. She was like, this is the best pumpkin pie I've ever had in my life. So it's been the gold star standard of pumpkin pies. All right, as if it's not watery enough, we're gonna add some more liquid to this. All right, okay, I have a cup of heavy cream and a 1/4 cup of just regular milk. We're gonna whisk it together. I really genuinely feel like every single year I'm like, wow, this is too watery. It's not gonna work. And it always has. So let's hope I got enough water out of my homemade puree and it sets up. All right, it looks good. It looks like what it's supposed to look like. Yeah. Okay. Now, one thing I did forget, that this crust, I don't know if y'all can see it, this crust like shrinks down. I'm gonna have to remember that for Thanksgiving, and I'm just gonna let you all know. The crust shrinks down, so it doesn't like stay to the top, so that's a little unfortunate. Anyways, we're going to pour this in 3/4 of the way full. You don't want to overfill it, which I might. All right, I think, does that look 3/4 to you guys? Yeah, that looks about 3/4. It's gonna go up over there, but I would say that's 3/4. And I have some left, so I'm just gonna freeze it and use it at Thanksgiving. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna bake this at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. For 55 to 60 minutes. And after about 20-25 minutes or so, I'm going to check my crust. And if it's too brown, then we're going to add some foil or something to keep the crust from burning. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes and I took the pie out, and instead of foil I have one of these like pie crust covers, which prevents the tops of the crust from burning. Obviously if you don't have this, just use foil, it works just the same. So I'm gonna bake this for at least another 30 minutes and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay, I took this out like like an hour and a half ago, probably, something like that. And is gonna try it. You get to cut it.
Okay.
Yeah. These cute little pumpkin guys we made. I made, not Jonathan. I say we. Do you need me to get you a plate?
Sure.
Okay. Let's use this plate. Is that okay? Okay.
I don't care. So it's the hardest to get the first piece out.
Did you get a fork?
I don't know.
Hold on. Okay, I made it out pretty. Oh, we didn't get you a fork, did you? Yeah, I did. I got you a fork.
Yeah.
Jonathan's the pumpkin pie expert.
Yeah, it's called. I put a lot of.
Cover up the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, it's really good.
Does it taste like every Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Can you tell that it was made with a different puree?
No.
Tastes the same? Okay.
Might be a bit more like cinnamony.
Well, I probably just added more cinnamon to it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Can you give
Crust.
give Calvin, give Calvin, give Calvin.
Where are you going?
Calvin's scared of food. He's
Come here.
Calvin does not like the whipped cream can because I tried to squirt it in his mouth once. It didn't go well.
He likes to throw a ball.
Anyway, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe I'll make a cherry pie also.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.